Here to perform her poem, The First Boy Who Ever Called You Beautiful, from her new play, Someone Else to Write About, is Alex Whisenhunt.
Do you remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful? You awkward child who wears shorts from the boys section of Target because you don't like how the girl ones fall above your mid-thigh. You awkward child who doesn't know what split ends are, parts your hair straight down the middle like a prepubescent Mila Kunis wannabe. You awkward child who doesn't understand how a bra works, allows your body to sit the way it was made, not conforming to the shape society has yet to tell it to be. Do you remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful? Do you remember the way his eyes seemed to change when he said it? How he spoke your name in an accent no one could replicate and whose origin was a place you couldn't quite put your finger on? Do you remember the way his lips curved around the word beautiful? Do you not remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful because you were beautiful long before he decided to christen you so? You were born with it written all over your skin, beautiful. When you get to middle school, all you will want is for a boy to love you because you, awkward child, have been taught that clammy hand-holding and closed-mouth kisses are the things that make life worth living. The pretty girls are the ones that all the teachers like and all the boys love, and you're starting to feel like you're blending into the classroom furniture. Do not remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful because the more you do, the harder it will be for you to remember that you existed long before he laid eyes on you, and you will continue existing long after he has stopped looking. You were the child born to find love in all the wrong places. So when you start finding notes in your locker signed love, your secret admirer, you will ignore how familiar the handwriting looks because this is what you've been waiting for. And when the notes ask you to meet them outside the auditorium on Friday, you will go. And when no one shows up, you will wonder what is wrong with you. And when your friends eventually arrive laughing about the fact that they could not convince a single boy in the class to pose as your secret admirer, you will do the hardest thing of all. You will laugh with them. You'll never tell them how you fell asleep crying that day. You'll never tell them how you saved every note they gave you, tacked them to corkboards and covered them in sticky notes asking, "Who are you?" And you will never understand how they missed the sound of your heart cracking that day. Do not hate these girls. You were the child born with too much love in your heart. It will always overflow onto pieces of paper marked with little boxes saying yes, no, maybe. You will give them to every boy in the class, and every boy will add a fourth box saying, I don't know. Do not fall in love with these boys. They don't know what they want. Do not hate these girls. They will never be brave enough to place their hearts in the hands of strangers the way you do. Do not remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful because the more you think of him, the harder it will be for you to remember how to define yourself without the help of others. The harder it will become for you to know that you're an individual even when the only person who sees that is you. You, awkward, beautiful, amazing child, will learn how to spell the word strength in your stretch marks. You will learn that having tree trunks for thighs only makes you more rooted. You will learn that every soft spot on your body was made to hold someone you love. You will learn from every stub toe, paper cut, broken heart, and scraped knee, and you will do it all without the first boy who ever called you beautiful, and one day, a boy will call you beautiful again. But he will not say it like an explorer discovering a rare gem no one was really sure existed in the first place. He will say it because you will have told him it is so. Do not remember the first boy who ever called you beautiful because you are so much more. And I have to tell you, this life we're living, it gets worse and better and worse all over again. It is a never-ending ride of up and down, and you, my friend, have a one-way ticket to the end of the line. But I can also tell you this. By the time you finish high school, you won't even remember what the first boy who ever called you beautiful looks like.